Hi, Miss Simmons. Stacy Troutwine here. This is my second informative speech. This is the one where I'm switching them so I can do my one in St. George with the group. So I just wanted to make sure you know that before you listen to this. So here it goes. Having a non-life while in nursing school. During the 2 or 4 years that it takes you to complete nursing school, you don't have much of a life while in class, a social life while in class. You had to study 24/7. The surprises never end, and it's even worse if you have a job. Nursing school is said to be one of the most demanding studies out there, which is very true. Currently, I am going to go into my 3rd semester of nursing school. I've already completed 2, which were fundamentals and psych, which were pretty hard, and then I have OB and peds, which is this semester, which is very demanding, and then the last semester is med surg, which is also very demanding. So I've already had it pretty rough, and it's been pretty hard both semesters. So you have to study 24/7. In nursing school, your days pretty much consist of waking up at 7 a.m. to go to class that starts at 8:30, and then you leave around 2:30 or 3, depending on when you get out, only to come home and study what has been taught that day. Also, you have to skim over what will be taught the next day, and on the weekends you either work or study. In my case, I only work 1 day a week, which is a blessing, so I only have to worry about work 1 day a week so I can study most of the week. But it's still hard that you have to commit to it and do it all day, every day. You don't really get to go out, and even if you do go out, you feel bad for going out because you feel like you should be home studying. So it kind of just is. It's pretty demanding in itself. Nursing school demands your entire life, from start to end. Even after you graduate and you get a job, you still have to take a lot of classes. The surprises never end. When you get to a point where you're in routine, they throw a surprise quiz or a surprise skills day at you, which is where you practice your skills for being a nurse. But when you do get in a routine, it seems to be working out, and you kind of get used to it, and they just kind of just throw this stuff at you, and it kind of throws you out of your routine, which you have to make up again, which makes it even harder to go through nursing school. Also, the clinical days are usually not announced for the first couple of weeks. So, surprise, you have clinical on a Saturday or on a night or on a day that you have scheduled to work at your work wherever you are. So that's kind of crazy too, and it sucks because you never know what's going to happen or what you're going to be doing. There's no time for anything else in your life. Pretty much work, school, studying, a little bit of going out, but not really much. Having a job is very hard while in nursing school. Like I said, I work part-time, so I don't really have to have it as bad as the people that work full-time, which is 3 days a week. That is very impossible to do while in nursing school. But a lot of people do it because they have kids and houses and stuff like that. I'm very lucky in that sense. But no matter how many days you work, it's too many because you can never get enough study time in. And what's even worse is when you work the day before a big test, you'll feel unprepared and guilty for working that day, which that's kind of sucks too. So it doesn't matter if you work 1 day or 3 days, you still feel like you don't get enough study time in at all. I really don't see how people work full time and go to nursing school. I definitely couldn't do it. But no matter how hard it is, it's worth it in the end. Very much worth it. In review, the 3 topics I explained to you, why nursing school is pretty hard. You have to study 24/7, like I said. When you get home from school, before school sometimes, you have to study for the next day, you have to study for that day. Also, the surprises never end. They're always giving pop quizzes or a surprise skill day to see if you know your skills. It's even worse if you have a job. Also, like I said, full-time job is pretty hard. I couldn't do it. I applaud people that do that. During the 2 or 4 years it takes you to complete nursing school, you don't have much of a social life while in class. I said that. you don't really go out, and like I said, when you do go out, you feel guilty for going out. And this is why you hear people talking about not having a social life in nursing school, and it is very, very true. So if you are deciding to go to nursing school, make sure you take that into account and make sure you study and just get through that 2 years, and then you'll be done, hopefully. So thank you for listening. Bye.